here at Josh Allen. Everyone's still in awe of his last game, passing Norm Van Brocklin's 1951 mark of 554 passing yards.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So after the INT, it's Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown! Alec Pierce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Riverhogs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Check right. Check pink. Smith red. Blake yellow.
Singletary to get the drive started. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Ready?
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st down, Allen delivers another one to Pierce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Hey, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Alec Pierce
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Riverhogs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Back, hut.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. Portland's offense now about set to take over. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Alec Pierce doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Riverhogs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Black one, blue check, yellow line.
Singletary again.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This will be taken at the 10.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Allen.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Alec Pierce.
What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Smith red, Smith yellow.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
2nd and 5. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken around the 12. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got Pierce. 30, 10, and touchdown.
Alec Pierce,
71 yards.
And the Riverhogs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point try now for Patterson.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They have punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. A beautiful fake.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Looking to throw. And And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Hurry, hurry!
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll drop to throw.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and first step.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to at least get 1 score back.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He finds his man complete. That's Pierce. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Right back to his go-to man, Pierce.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And again, it's Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Alec Pierce.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Riverhogs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Patterson now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Allen now on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox as the first half is winding down. And the Riverhawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back to throw now on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
That's complete to Pierce.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Riverhogs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taking it about the 1.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready?
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Check white. Check pink. Smith red.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Ready?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
On 1st down, Allen.
That one finds Pierce right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Alec Pierce.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Riverhogs have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. Extra point try now for Patterson.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. He'll look to throw.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The offense on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on first down is Allen.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Allen.
And he's got Pierce.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Alec Pierce.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Riverhogs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw here.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Alec Pierce,
52 yards.
And the Riverhogs are on their way to a 2-0 start. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside 2 minutes. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Portland's offense now about set to take over. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here.
Delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, they'll throw with Allen. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Here we go.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for our visitors, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets.
Whenever I touch down,